True North is one of 35,000 Rotary clubs. Our mission is shown there on the screen. While some clubs focus on fundraising and donating to other local charities, other clubs, like ours, focus on giving our time to engage directly in the community. We do this through what we call hands-on projects. Once a month, we abandon our regular meeting space and do something directly to help the community. Our longest running project is maintaining historic Back Bay Cemetery. We cut the grass, we trim the trees, we paint the picket fences and grave markers, we maintain a trail to the cemetery. True North is all about building bridges. Some literal, like the one to the cemetery, others more figurative, such as cooking meals and hosting join-in events to bring different groups together. Lunch with a Bunch and Tuesday Bingo at Avon's help get seniors out with their friends. We kick for homeless at Samba Park and the seniors at Baker Center. We've partnered with the Multi-Score Club on 5 fun runs this year, most recently the coffee run. We do lunch for the Loppet. We do a friendship breakfast with the CBC at Samba Park, a soup kitchen at Christmas, and lunch at Yes We Care. We also walk dogs, paint buildings, and clean warehouses. We've built a fire circle for the Scouts out at Folk on the Rocks. We've built garden boxes at Mildred Hall so kids can grow their own food. And our members help Lunch Club Rotarians with their school snack program to feed kids year-round. We've done all this with time and very little money. Of course, the biggest bridge project we've tackled is the 65-foot suspension bridge. While it's a long hike to the cemetery, it's an even longer road to build a bridge down there. In fact, we had to use helicopters to move in 7 tons of rock in our beams. Then volunteer effort turned the rock, the wood, and the steel into a thing of beauty. That would be the bridge, not Brian. He's a beautiful thing with his pink hair all on his own. True North Rotary has had lots of support for the project. We've put in a lot of hours, and donators have contributed a lot of material and equipment. Here's a list of who's given what so far. We'd love to see your name right there near the top. Some might wonder why we're spending so much time and money on the bridge. Well, we've collected stories about most of the known burials at this location, newspaper accounts of unfortunate mining accidents, and family members telling us about folks who lie in unrecorded sites, and others that date back before the official founding of Yellowknife. This place is full of Yellowknife's history, from YKDFN members who lived and died here before this was a town, through the recorded burials in the 30s and 40s, and up till now. Back in the day, a cluster of boats at the beach signaled another death. Today they tell us a different story. They tell us that you can't get there from here. Building a new bridge will allow people to safely access this historic site. Only a few hundred Yellowknife residents are able to visit the cemetery each summer, with just a few making it down by foot. A much larger number of locals and tourists come in winter, mainly to the ice caves. While we're still finishing our research on the history of the site, having discussions with YK Dene leaders, the Historical Society, and others, they all agree that many of Yellowknife's earliest residents, including the Welladay, Métis, prospectors, geologists, and their families, are buried at this site. There is plenty of history here that yet to be discovered. We've shown you pictures of the bridge, and you surely noticed it's nearly done. So why are we asking you for money? 2 reasons. We've been finding it difficult to raise funds to pay some key bills, like our part of the steel, as many potential donors have directed their attention to the COVID crisis. Secondly, we want to put proper signage up. We want directional signage to get people to the site without damage to ski trails, the cemetery, or sensitive areas. And we want interpretive and historical signage to let people know what they're seeing. We want to get these signs in so that tourists can get to the ice caves without traipsing through the cemetery, and to memorialize important information, such as the still unknown location of 17-year-old Ray Lassard, shown here in this family photo being buried in the cemetery in 1946. Art McIntyre, the first recorded burial on site, was quoted by his friends as saying, "Mining gold sounded exciting, but I never knew how scared I was going to be underground." Unfortunately, Art lived a hard life followed by a tragic death. He's still here, he's still underground. Help us keep Art and Ray's stories alive. You can donate directly to this project at this address, or you can come out and check True North Rotary out if you'd like to join up. Thank you.